Hey, welcome back to the channel again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all so much for coming over. Now, look, there's been a lot of questions about how did 50 Cent, how did Netflix get a hold of the footage, of Diddy recording himself. And we know that Diddy was trying to make a documentary and all that. But one of the people who was in a documentary, Roger Bonds, he's a former security for Bad Boy, says, former Bad Boy security guard Roger Bonds made this video speaking on the new Diddy documentary. I guess it's a video from Industry on Blast. I got this video sent to me by my brother. 50 Cent had reposted this on his Instagram. All right. So look, I want y'all to listen to this and then I'm going to talk after. All right. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
All right. Whether it's calls, I'm getting to this. Yo, Bonds. Yo, man. Yo, how 50 get? Blah, blah, blah. Yo, Puff, take this self doing that. Let me explain something to y'all. All right. Whether it's NDAs, whether it's whatever. When these young boys come in, first of all, he only deal with young videographers because he want to rob them, and he know that they want the opportunity to follow Puff Daddy, P. Diddy. They want that opportunity. So they get him at a low price anyway. But when you stay out so many hours a day, Puff wants a videographer with him 24 hours a day on call. Whether we on a yacht, whether we on a ship, wherever we at, he wants to videotape that, right? So now, they come to agreement. They come to whatever the pay is going to be. But then it be so many hours on that invoice that he don't want to pay. He gets in touch with the office. He gets in touch with the chief of staff. Yo, what is this I'm paying? What is this I'm paying? You know what you paying. You was outside all of these hours. It's 160 something hours in a week. You was outside 140. That's the invoice he put in. So now, being if you got a contract and he don't stand to that contract, guess what happens? He could do whatever he want to do with that footage. So now that footage goes to the highest bidder. And 50 had to be the highest bidder to get there. Yo, this is business. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't in love with you. Everybody ain't dedicated. Everybody ain't loyal to the point of stupidity. Trust me.
Everybody, I love what he just said there about everybody ain't loyal to the point of stupidity. Now, they talked about how, allegedly Diddy wasn't paying these dudes. And people be like, you could say like, I don't think that was true if you didn't have that other evidence in that documentary about when Lil Rob said that, he helped produce Diddy's Love album and was promised $250,000, never seen it. And all they were willing to pay him was $29,000. Still didn't see that. You go back to Craig Mack's wife speaking out about how they needed money for stuff, and Diddy pulled out that stack of money and only gave him like $100. The other chick from the Dirty Money, how she needed $5,000. He told her, I can't do that right now, but he had the money. So it seems that Diddy had a way of selling people dreams, That's what I said. People look at the lifestyle. Remember that show, Lifestyle of the Rich and Famous? You would watch that and you could only dream. You look at it and go, dang, man, they got this, they got that. That's what I said. Money, fame, and just that lifestyle of walking out a hotel and seeing cameras flashing or seeing people just going crazy. Oh my God, can I take a picture with you? Some people want that. And for some people, that's enough. For some people, it's being around Diddy, being around the people who he have connections with. And it all goes back to people idolizing these celebrities. That's what I said. It's very, very important, man. They're just human beings just like us, just normal people, you know. But again, for 50 Cent, remember this, 50 Cent reposted that video of you know, Diddy's security saying what he said, going to the highest bidder. So we still got to see what's going to come of this, of Diddy trying to sue Netflix, trying to sue maybe 50 Cent. But again, everybody's saying that Netflix would not put their name on this. Netflix wouldn't want nothing to do with this if it was illegal. But we will see. I just feel like it all the things that Diddy was doing and the stuff that he was alleged of doing, it like caught up with him, and it's like rapid fire now. It's all coming out quick, fast. It's hard for him to like, you saw him in the doc, how he was panicking and scrambling and scraping, one of the words he used, trying to figure this out. When you saw his face, you saw how intense it was getting when he was like, we are losing right now. You know, it's very important. Although he didn't get charged for the super serious stuff, he didn't plan on, it was like he thought in his mind he was going to get up out of there, you know, that he wasn't going to do no jail time. You know, that's probably what his team was talking about. So for him to be panicking right now, it's a trip, because watching that doc really just showed me how you have someone like Diddy at the top who has all this power, is and considered a gatekeeper, and all he had to do was do right by the people that he was signing. You know, give them the money that they deserve. You know, like, and I ain't gonna even get into the Tupac Biggie stuff, because it's still with that funeral, that was insane. Insane. But give the people what they deserve. You know, like, that's all he really had to do. But he went on this extreme power trip, thinking he's untouchable, thinking, because at some point they was, but thinking everybody's going to do what he says or else. So my whole thing is like, hearing that, because I was already thinking that, of course, I'm just trying to see right now, like, what's going to come of this, because if Netflix is saying, and they're saying that they legally got the footage, you know, you got to just, we don't know who these camera people are. 50 did a good job of not showing them, but did he know who they are? So I'm just hoping nothing happens to them. But hey, just wanted to share that video with y'all. Appreciate y'all coming over and watching, man. Peace out.